I'm excited, but I'm more excited about, I wish I could live 100 years from now to see what it's really going to mean to the community 100 years from now. To me, that's where the real excitement is what can we hand off that people 50, 75 years from now look back and say, wow, those folks had a little bit of vision to where they preserve something for us. And so that's the exciting part for me.
In October, the old municipal building will open its doors as the permanent home of the Coral Gables Museum. Several measures have been taken to ensure the museum remains viable for future generations. It included following LEED standards. LEED certification provides independent third-party verification that a building project meets the highest green building and performance measures. While LEED certification was not part of the project from day one, the museum board quickly realized its value.
We decided, let's sacrifice the short term for the long term. Energy saving, a good working environment for the staff, and also be state-of-the-art for the future as an example to other buildings as well in the community of where they should go.
A consultant group is helping the contractor document the use of green construction materials and manage the waste to meet LEED standards. And, as it turns out, restoring the coral rock and Cuban tile in the municipal building not only served to preserve its heritage, but it was also an environmentally sound decision.
There's so many great materials in the building that we get to reuse, so it's exciting for us to see the floors. When you polish up these floors, see the terrazzo come to life. When you take the layers of carpet and the layers of VCT off of the floors upstairs and you see the Cuban tile come to life. When you take the paint off of the coral and you see the coral, and these are great building materials for South Florida, so to be able to reuse them, it's a win-win. It's a win-win situation. So you're using great materials, you're saving resources and minimizing your environmental footprint and creating a project that's really going to be a resource for the community.
So the building had great bones to start with. The contractor just made sure the construction material that was added was environmentally sensitive as well.
The rebar that we're using is coming from Gerdau Ameristeel, which is in Jacksonville. It's made from recycled scrap. Their scrap is collected within 200 miles of their smelt, which is in Jacksonville. And so there's a very high level of recycled content and regional content in the steel that's being used on the project. All of the metal that you see in typical building construction, the studs, the aluminum frames, the stair treads, it all has recycled content.
Because so much of the existing structure is being used, there is a simple rule everyone must follow on the construction site. Before drilling any holes or tearing down walls, the worker must ask at least 3 of the project managers for approval before proceeding. Several green features were added to the design of the buildings. Maximizing open spaces and green areas are very important for LEED certification. A large piazza and loggia frame the Robert and Marion Fuel Gallery, and just beyond the main doors of the museum is a beautiful courtyard. Inside, even the flooring material is green. In the Grand Community Room, cork was not only used on the floors, but it covers the walls. Cork is a natural material made from the bark of a cork tree. The bark is simply stripped.
So they don't have to cut down the tree. In 10 years, in 8 years, really, the bark will have grown back and they'll be able to harvest it again.
From a full employee bathroom to the use of natural light, it's those small green details that will make this building a model for future building standards in the city. It will also serve as an educational platform.
The building has its own story, both geological and the stones themselves. It has a history that we're going to teach sustainability. It's a prime example of how you can be more green in what you do. You buy your products locally. We're reusing, instead of tearing down the building and building a new one, we're reusing this building. We're really being sensitive to the history of what people did. We're going to do a program where we're asking artists to start to look at communicating green sustainable projects with their artwork going toward the future.
And as is the case with all things LEED, going towards the future means making sure you're preserving the past. And right after the break, we will show you some of the best cupcakes around. A local bakery got a chance of a lifetime when they appeared on national television as one of the best cupcake stores in the nation. David Alvarez joins us now from Studio B with that sweet story. David?
Thanks, Belkis. And that's right, this little bakery located in Coral Gables has been booming recently because of their recent appearance on Food Network's Cupcake Wars, which pinned them against some of the other best bakeries in the country, and they're the only ones to represent South Florida. The shop is called Cupcake Nouveau, and they are one of the best spots in Coral Gables to indulge your sweet tooth. The bakery, which is located on 4712 Lejeune Road, was started by Shaireen Badillo and Christina Valdez.
We started working out of my kitchen at my house, and the idea of cupcakes came up, and we thought it was a great idea. We really didn't see it anywhere here in Miami, and we wanted to do a little spin on your regular cupcake. We wanted to make it gourmet, we wanted to make it chic, so we really wanted grown-ups to indulge in cupcakes, but still make them feel like a child.
That passion they put into every cupcake caught the interest of Food Network.
Food Network found us on Twitter. They were just casing the country for cupcake companies, and they came across ours and they asked us to fill out an application. So we did. They enjoyed it, so they asked us to submit a video. And we had a friend of ours help us out, and we sent it in. They loved it, and they contacted us, and probably about a week into it, they gave us the call and told us they were going to fly us out to LA.
The show featured 3 other bakeries from different parts of the country. At the end of each round, a contestant was eliminated. In the first round, Shaireen and Christina wowed the judges with a chai tea cupcake, which sent them into the second round.
All right, so here we have a chai tea cake with a honey ginger cream cheese frosting topped with a candied lemon peel.
Well, I have to say, Shaireen, that this cupcake made me swoon. I thought the blend of spices was so seductive, and that kick of ginger was just kind of sassy and naughty.
For the second round, we definitely wanted to introduce something new, so we did a banana cupcake with a strawberry buttercream frosting, which the judges actually really love the buttercream. And then we went with our classics, our tried and true favorites, our chocolate sheep and our guava and cream cheese, which those are some of our favorites and our customers' favorites as well.
I mean, I think we took a risk in bringing and making that guava cupcake. I mean, in LA, I don't think guava and pastelitos are very popular.
The strawberry cream actually is one of the things on your plate that I like. But the guava is greasy. I have a hard time with this guava. The decoration is kind of sexy. That show is a little bit Miami. The taste really didn't turn me on. I don't like it.
Unfortunately, after a valiant effort, the ladies were sent home after the second round. Even though they didn't win the competition, the exposure from the show has been the real reward, with a fan base now growing across the country.
I think it was a big accomplishment to be chosen to be on the show, and it was really rewarding. And it's really been nice to hear all the feedback and all the positive feedback we've received from our true customers that, just are fans of ours.
Yeah, people from across the country today are, writing comments on our blog and telling us that they're from out of state and they saw us and they're fans and they can't wait to come to Miami. So it was really nice. It was really nice to get that positive encouragement and that appreciation for all the hard work that we really do.
Now, if you have a favorite cupcake or one in particular that you really like, make sure to check out their website at www.cupcakesnouveau.com, where you can see what cupcakes have been made fresh for the day.
David, so besides the flavors, do they make custom designs?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, Belkis. We have a little bit of a surprise for you. They actually made us custom Coral Gable TV cupcakes.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, and actually you can take whatever picture you have, whatever logo, and they can print it on to an edible piece right here, and then you can make whatever cupcake. These, I believe, are red velvet, but you can get chocolate. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Wow, thank you, David. Make sure you save one of those for me.
I will.
All right, and that does it for this edition of Coral Gables Now. Thanks for watching Coral Gables Television, and we'll see you next month.